Most men grow up believing that attraction is simple. They are told, the real answer is uncomfortable. It forces a man to look beyond external qualities and examine something much deeper: his emotional presence, his mindset, and the subtle signals he sends without realizing it. In other words, attraction is often less about what a man has, and more about how he carries himself internally. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood this long before modern psychology began studying it. Men like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus believed that true strength does not come from external success, but from inner control, from emotional stability, from the quiet discipline of mastering one's reactions, desires, and impulses. And strangely enough, this same principle appears again and again in human attraction. The men who struggle the most with women are often not lacking effort. In fact, many of them are trying extremely hard. They try to impress, they try to prove their value, they try to say the perfect thing. But the harder they try to force attraction, the more unnatural their presence begins to feel. And people can sense that energy immediately. Not because attraction rarely grows from pressure, that grows from calm, confidence, from emotional balance, from a man who seems comfortable within himself, whether anyone is watching or not. But this leads us to an even more surprising discovery. Sometimes the very effort men believe will help them succeed is actually the thing pushing it. They carefully choose their words, attempt to impress, and constantly search for ways to prove their value. On the surface, this seems logical. After all, society teaches us that success comes from trying harder. But human attraction does not always follow the same rules as achievement. When someone tries too hard to be liked, a subtle pressure enters the interaction. Their words become slightly forced. Their reactions become overly eager. And without realizing it, they begin communicating something very different from confidence. They communicate need. Psychologists often describe this as a hidden signal of dependency. When a person constantly seeks approval, attention, or validation, others can sense it almost immediately, not because they consciously analyze it,